Today is a very exciting day because Frank and I are finally going paddle camping, and I have been getting us ready for hours. This is just all happening very last minute. I'm just laying out all my stuff to try to get organized. I just inflated the paddleboard and Frank had dinner early. So I got my sleeping bag, tent, mats. This is to wrap them so they stay dry. I got a couple blankets, inflatable pillow, hammock, reading and writing materials, extra camera gear stuff, safety equipment, cell phone, wallet. If something happens, they can ID me. This is all Frank's medication and foot stuff and bathroom and first aid supplies. I got Frank's food and treats and a bunch of food for me. Water filter, AG1 element, muffin for tomorrow morning, stove, spoon, pot, drink bottles, some clothes because it will be quite cold at night, my precious Frankie who's coming with me, and then my board, and I've already put the safety stuff on, and our life jackets and stuff, my home, which I'll be leaving for the next couple days. You're gonna come with me. Don't worry, bud. You want to eat your last kibbles, please? I have gone backpacking countless times. I've gone paddling a whole bunch. I've gone paddle camping a few times, but it's been a while since I've done this. So I'm just taking my time. I think I have everything out. I'm going to sit down, assess what I have here, which feels excessive, but I want to have like a nice leisurely time. And then I'm going to load everything up, haul it all down to the water, and head out for a couple nights on the lake. I have us all packed up, ready to go. Frank's been ready and waiting while I tie everything down. And we're gonna go down there. We got a sun dog to start the trip. Frankie! Hello, bud. This is amazing. I'm the only one on the lake. Well, me and Frank. And it's so quiet. And my launch point is out of sight. It feels so good to be away from my van. Do you want to go for a pee, Frank? There's a beach up ahead. You can go sniff about. This lake, it's the color of coffee, very watery coffee. There you go, bud. Nice. Look at all this pollen on the water. This is really nice. It is so peaceful out here. Yeah. There's a couple of loons on the lake, Frank. You're very interested in them, aren't you? Yeah, they're just birds. Okay, Frank, you bark if you see anything that looks like a place we can sleep. Oh boy. I just heard a beaver splash, but I think I see some dirt, so that's promising. Yeah, we just have to make do, but this is also why I brought the hammock, is because I didn't know for sure if there would be a good place to pitch the tent. And yeah, at least with the hammock, we can go basically anywhere. So yeah, just gonna check out this possible beach. Oh, there's the beaver. Oh, I wonder if this is a bad place to camp then. Oh, that looks like a tiny beach, Frank. Oh, we might be in luck. Oh boy. I was starting to get really worried we wouldn't find a place to camp because the map I have said there's a campsite 6K down the lake, and there most definitely wasn't. And then there was no beaches. We've paddled for over 3 hours. I've gone 9.5K down the lake. And I found this most beautiful spot. There's this tiny little narrow channel where the beaver's hanging out between like the two sections of the lake. It's so pretty. And we have this huge, flat, soft, mossy, dry area. It is perfect for camping. There are perfect trees for hammocking. Frank is eating grass. He was just rolling around. Those frogs are probably going to go all night. I'm so excited. I had no idea what to expect. Yeah, all I have is this like one map that showed there was a campsite at 3K where that beach was, and at 6K, which there wasn't. And I have a whole bunch of different maps, and only one of them showed any camping. There was no information on any other map. And I've never heard of or read any account of anyone coming and camping down here. So there are signs, from like fire signs, that people have camped down here. I got a bathing suit. I got a new bathing suit. Yeah, there's like a fire pit here. Where? Somebody long ago had a big fire. This is so nice. I'm so excited. I am so incredibly excited. This is so much nicer than anything I could have imagined. There's deer all around. There's frogs. There's beavers. There's me and Frank. And we're going to spend the next 2 nights here. Good boy! Okay, suddenly the no-see-ums are nuts. If you don't know what no-see-ums are, that's great. They are teeny tiny biting flies. You can barely see them, and they're so itchy. Anyways, I've selected a spot right there. I use a piece of Tyvek as a ground sheet because it's way cheaper than camping ground sheets. I don't know what it would be for my tent, but my tent is super expensive and there's no way the ground sheet wouldn't be. But as soon as I pulled it out, Frank got so excited because he realized we're staying here and we're sleeping in the tent. So I'm going to get that set up right now. There we go. There was just the most horrible noise. I think it was a bird. I've never heard it before. But it's like, I don't know, I'm like shaking. It was like kind of scary sounding. Ooh, weird. I'm pretty sure it was a bird, but... Just sit down. I know. This is like your second home. I'm going to make it so nice for you. Okay, come on in. Okay, and you got to bring your friends, Frank. This is so awesome. You know, when I was through hiking and backpacking, I used to really try to pack super light. And I was quite proud of like how light I had a base weight. I could go out, like all my gear, backpack included, stove, like sleeping stuff, me and Frank, under 15 pounds, which isn't quite ultralight, but it's pretty good for packing for two because I do bring a mat for him, and our sleeping bag has a custom zipper insert that makes it wider so we can zip up together if it's cold. So yeah, we have a bit of extra weight because of Frank, but now I don't need to be super light. I can have all the nice things, like this entire stack. I have two books. I have the one I've been working on, The Food of the Gods, and then the Pocket Dhammapada. I always bring that with me. And then I have two different journals. So yeah. And so we use these like little like egg crate mats. But then I brought this wool blanket just so it's like a nicer surface in here. And I brought tons of clothes, and I brought tons of camera gear and stuff. What's all in here? Oh yeah, my rain jacket's in there. Yeah. And I got this bag for our first trip to Hawaii 8 years ago. And little Frankie loves it so much. Oh, bear spray. Haha. Yes. I think there's a very unlikely chance that I will see a bear. There's some nice colors for sunset down the lake, which is really nice. Oh, a bat. Oh, it's so lively here. Oh. That is awesome. So for dinner tonight, I'm making these udon noodles. I have this gravy bouillon cube. And then it's going to be hard to tell in this lighting. My dinner tomorrow is the same. It's like half a bag of one of my meals that I make. And it has like basically it has like pinto and black bean flakes, TVP, which is a soy like protein thing. And then this one is chili kale. So it has kale powder and chili seasoning and stuff like that. And so, yeah, I'm going to make like a thick sort of soup and eat that with my bread. Oh, I've missed this life so much. All right, here's what dinner looks like. You're just gonna have to take my word that it's very tasty and very filling. Good morning. It is very nice out, but I finished eating dinner 4.5 hours ago. So I'm gonna go back inside, try to get some more sleep. Hi. Good morning, Frank. It's nice in here. It's warm. It's so toasty. It's a beautiful day. Come on. Hey, go. Okay, go explore. Yeah, what? This entire peninsula is for you, bud. Yeah, it's soft everywhere. There you go, bud. Real quick, this video is sponsored by AG1. Drinking AG1 every morning is a favorite part of my daily routine, and it's really easy to bring with me on the go thanks to these nifty travel packs. It's so easy to prepare and just provides a bit of nutritional insurance, especially when I'm not bringing a bunch of fresh fruit and veggies with me. And while I've personally noticed many benefits to incorporating AG1 into my daily routine, what I really appreciate is that it's also backed by research studies. In a research study, AG1 was shown to double the amount of healthy gut bacteria, and this is great because those healthy gut bacteria have been shown to play an important role in aiding digestion, alleviating gas and bloating, and promoting regular bowel movements. The team over at AG1 is always working to improve their product, and it contains over 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole foods sourced ingredients. If you'd like to give AG1 a try, you can click the link in the description or scan the QR code here on the screen. And when you do that, you're going to get a welcome kit that includes 5 of these travel packs, as well as a year supply of the D3K2 drops. Drinking AG1 is a part of my daily routine that I bring with me no matter where I go, and I think you'd enjoy it as well. So if you do want to give it a try, make sure to use the link because that does help support the channel. And with that said, thank you to AG1 for sponsoring this video, and now back to my little remote peninsula. So I got this instant coffee, which I buy. It's organic instant coffee, and I buy it bulk from Ohm Foods. And it's good. It's better than most instant coffee, but it's still instant coffee. So I brought this. I had happened to buy yesterday. Oat, and it was the only one I could find that was unsweetened, and it was $10.24. And then I have this muffin I bought yesterday when I went out for brunch. I'm excited because I bought a muffin not knowing I was going to come on this trip. Here we go. Ooh, yes. So that's going to be breakfast. We're just going to, I don't know, make it full flavor or something. I don't know. Frank is such an epic dog. He's just laying there, enjoying the view. I really appreciate how, like, calm and reflective he is, and it's not just because he's old. Even when he was young and full of energy and an unruly brat at times, he was still calm. He would still just, like, find a nice place to lay and take in the view. He's always, at least how I interpret it, he's always enjoyed vistas and enjoyed the view and just seems to appreciate our surroundings, which is really nice. I can't stand like a chaotic, scattered, bouncing off the walls dog. And yeah, so I gave Frank the exercise he needed when he was younger, and he's just a really nice guy to be around. we were laying on the blanket there and he's giving me kisses and he was rolling around. He's so happy. He's so happy to be camping. And then I was just crying because like this is a perfect day that we get to just be here together camping. We get to wake up in the tent. We get to go to sleep in the tent. And yeah, you know, we had a lot of really, really big adventures when we were younger. And in those days, to me, doing big distances and doing lots of elevation gain were like metrics that mattered. But now looking back, like they didn't. These slow moments with Frank, just being in nature, just seeing him happy and knowing that he's enjoying my company and that he's grateful for the life I'm giving him is everything. That's all that matters. That's what Alvaro, he's rolling in the grass by the lake shore. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's just so nice to be out here, so quiet and like so far away. Today is exactly the kind of day I think Frank and I both just really needed for our souls. It has been amazing. Today and yesterday have been the warmest days since we've been on TIDELINTOALPINE, although not too warm because I can still be cozy in a hoodie, but it got like feeling pretty warm when I was laying in the hammock. And it's humid. And then it started to rain like a tiny bit. Like not really enough to get wet, but like enough to like that Frank was excited to come inside. And so yeah, we're just having a little inside time. It's so nice. I've made a second coffee but I went for a walk earlier and I was just like exploring this little peninsula part and just like taking a closer look at everything because like at first glance you're like, oh, moss and like a bit of grass and there's some trees, but when you start slowing down and looking a little closer, there are so many different types of moss and like some mosses are flowering and like a whole bunch of tiny different plants. And then I went in search of like flowers and I found these like cute little white, there's the lily flowers in the lake and then some like heather as well as the poisonous bog laurel, which is a toxic lookalike to Labrador tea. Not the flowers, obviously. The laurel and the Labrador tea flowers look completely different. But the leaves, if you're just picking the leaves, it could be easy to get confused if you're maybe like watch somebody else pick them and like don't actually know the signs to tell it's Labrador tea. So yeah, there's like a bunch of nice little flowers around and there's some like really cute little trees like taking root, all different types of little trees. We have cedar, pine, spruce, hemlock of all sizes here. And then actually there's like all the big trees are growing in a row. And what I hypothesized that is that was a nurse log. So sometime I'm guessing around 200 or so years ago, like a massive tree fell into like the shallow, narrow part of the lake, or maybe it was more of a river type thing at that point. I'm not sure. I'd actually be really interested to know the development of this into a lake because I imagine at one point it had more flow or more of a river. I'm not sure. But anyways, I think the big tree fell and then that caused the prevailing wind is this way. So that caused sediment and debris to pile up and build ground on that side of the big log. And then all of these trees have grown out of that big log. You have this perfect row of all these trees. And then this would be like downwind. It created this calm area that allowed like sediment to fill in and created this big flat area that we're camped on with all the moss. It is quite moist. We're hardly above the water, and it kind of like slopes up on that side into this, there's like this hump with all the trees, and so that actually blocks the prevailing wind. So we're on the lee side, so it's really calm here. Every once in a while we get a little bit up that way, but most of it's coming this way. And so yeah, it's just like neat to like hang out and just like kind of take it in and not just see what's here, but try to see how it would have been through time. It's been a really nice day. This is what I'm eating for dinner tonight. It is one of my creations. It is TVP, which is textured vegetable protein. It's a soy protein. And then black beans and pinto beans. And this one is the barbecue. So there are freeze-dried chives, barbecue seasoning, and then probably garlic powder and salt. And I'm also going to put in this gravy bouillon cube. Frank's dinner is there, soaking. It's his kibble with some jerky treats with a bunch of water. Just to kibble get soft, and then I'll put his medicine on and give it to him. But we are eating much earlier than yesterday, 7:23. That way we're done before the biting flies have their dinner frenzy, so that as soon as they start acting up, we can just be inside for the rest of the night. It is turning into quite the nice evening. I can see some patches of blue sky. I've seen a few sun rays, so yeah, it's so pretty out here. And now by this time of the day, like, I don't expect anyone will come by. I'm snacking on some peas. I brought something fresh. Yeah, it's so nice. I realized as I was pouring my meal mix into the hot water that there's also Kamut flakes in it. It's another thing I use in my mixes. Yeah, I guess I just didn't notice it at first because I've been eating a lot of like the beans and TVP ones that have more like vegetable and greens powder, and I guess this one I put Kamut in, which I made them all like different so that there's like variety. Hi. No, this is mine, Frank. It's mine. Oh, thank you. If you've watched this far, thank you, because I feel like we're not really doing anything like that interesting or that impressive. We're just having a nice time, chilling out, enjoying this beautiful place, lounging around, eating good food in the backcountry. And like some people would like scoff at that because it's not like impressive or whatever, but I don't know. We're having a good time. Frank is very happy. Get out of here, bear! Frank, sit! Go! Get out of here! Holy crap. I was sitting in the hammock. The book I was reading, the passage was about like in Africa, this boy coming of age and sitting by a zebra carcass, perfectly still, waiting for a lion to come right up to it so he could spear it. And like I just get past that part and I hear this splash. And I look out and Frank starts barking. There's a freaking bear, like right there. Not even 100 meters, swimming. And it did not care about us. It did not care about all the noise we were making or me yelling at it. Normally, if I yell, like, get out of here, bear, like, they bolt. And that bear did not care. So I put Frank's collar on with a rope on it. So if it comes this way, I can restrain him. I got my InReach in my pocket and my bear spray in the other one. And yeah, I'm just going to hope that it goes the way it set off and that it didn't go in to circle around. I'm going to untie the paddleboard as well so we can quickly launch that. But I think we're going to be fine, but it's still like a little unsettling. It must have come out of the woods over here, saw us and decided to cross. But you can probably tell from that footage, I'm like kind of shaking because like I can't do anything about it. I can't make it go away. I can't do anything about it until it comes right up to us, which hopefully it doesn't. It won't come right up to us. But I'm ready. Yikes. When I first heard the splash, I thought, oh, the beaver's around. I was excited. And then I saw it in the water. I thought, oh, that's small. Fuck, that's a cub. Thankfully, it wasn't. I was like, oh, shit, where's mom? Thankfully, it wasn't a cub. It was an adult without a cub. So yeah, we're going to be on high alert for a while. The frogs over that way, we saw it that way. The frogs over that way are sounding. So I know as long as I hear them, there's nothing walking that shore. I put the food over that way towards the frogs. Tied to a tree, the pot, everything. Yeah. So that's all I can do. Or I'm not going to just pack up and leave. So I'm going to just be brave. And I'm going to calm myself. And yeah, I'll be sleeping very lightly tonight on the ready. You know, I think if a couple hours goes by and there's no sign of it, chances are it's wandered off somewhere, not wanting anything to do with us. We're in a vast wilderness. We're in like the middle of a huge park. So the bear's not stressed. It's just being a bear and it just happened to come right by where we are. So yeah, we're going to hang out. We're going to stay outside as long as the flies don't get too bad. And then we'll go inside and I will just keep a lookout. Frank's on high alert. Yeah, it's like a little more exciting than I was expecting. I'm pretty sure I told you earlier in this video, like, there's basically no chance we're going to see a bear here. And I was wrong. But now that I think about it, this is a 12-kilometer long lake, and this is the easiest place to swim across. So, like, of course there's going to be a lot of wildlife here. I commented, like, how lively of a place it is. Good times. Good times. Oh, this trip was already going to be memorable, but now it's so much more memorable. Oh, yeah. You're such a good dog, Frank. These flies are freaking annoying. Okay, it's been an hour since we saw the bear. No sign of it. Flies are horrendous, so we're inside. And Frank is snoozing with his nose into the wind. And that's also the direction of where our food bag is. So, if the bear comes in this area, it will go to our food bag. And Frank will smell it. And we'll make noise. Other than that, I'm going to just read. And yeah, I'm pulsing with adrenaline, so I won't be sleeping anytime soon. Yeah, good times. Wasn't I just saying how like nothing interesting was happening? Guess I spoke too soon. The scream of mingled pain and rage was ear-splitting. So great was the force behind the man-boy's blow that for a moment the lioness was pinned to the ground, long enough for the boy to leap away from the claws of the dying animal. And then I heard a splash, and it was the bear. What? That's just like to be reading that passage. And then to have a large, kind of dangerous animal just appear by our camp. Talk about timing. Good morning. Frank just woke me up, barking and growling at something across the water. I shot right up. It was a deer. It was a deer. No visit from the bear, thankfully. It took me a long time to go to sleep. It was probably like well after 1 before I fell asleep. And then I was up like hour and a half. But yeah, it's like 8 a.m. now, so I got more sleep than yesterday, and I'm gonna, just like get up and have a nice morning here before packing up and paddling home to my van. Look at that good boy, just over there, staying out of the way while I pack everything up. Thanks, Frank. You sure know the drill. All right, bud, go ahead. Nice, buddy. Good job. I've never sat on top of my bag before. Oh, you can't see. I'm sitting on top of my bag. And yeah, I think if I were going to plan to do this, I would put it a little forward, but so I needed to get the weight off the front to get us off the shore. So yeah, journey home begins. Goodbye, campsite. Thank you. And off we go. Hi. It's going to take us a few hours to get back, right? Yeah, I'm sleepy. Thank you. It is our lucky day. The breeze has shifted in our favor, at least for now, which means if I stop paddling to have like a drink or a snack or talk to you, we don't lose ground. Yeah, it's really nice out here. It's so quiet. It's really peaceful, but it's also really relaxing. It makes it hard to like paddle hard. So I've just resigned myself to the fact that it's just going to take the time it takes to get back. And I'm feeling it a bit in my arms and shoulders, so it's just not worth trying harder to go a little bit faster. Do you want to go to the beach, Frank? Go have a little break? I got a treat for you already. Have a nice snack time. There you go, bud. So, since the weather has decided to just become absolutely glorious, I've committed to staying here. I got the camp mats under this blanket, got my bathing suit on, and I'm just gonna lounge in the sun. There's no point getting back to the van at 1 p.m. on a glorious day. The days are so long here. I could hang out here. I'm going to hang out here all afternoon and just relax and read and just like, yeah, process this awesome trip we've been on and yeah, just like have a good time. Just tomorrow's supposed to just rain. So yeah, this is a nice treat. Oh, there you go. Yes. just as I decided I was getting close to my fill of sun for the day, the clouds started to fill in a bit more, and it's time to head back. It is great to be home. Thank you so much for joining us on this adventure. We had a really awesome, exciting, and relaxing time. And yeah, I hope you'll stick around for more of our adventures. So make sure you're subscribed. And I'd love to get a comment from you. Let me know what you thought of this, or let me know maybe your favorite paddling memory, or if you've ever paddled before or something like that. And yeah, huge thank you to patrons, and I'll see you in the next one.